like for example, golf. Like you're doing, you know, and there's a fine line, and definitely talk to your tax person and decide what you think is best regarding tax laws and things. But one of the tax things I heard of, if you do pleasure with someone, like you're golfing with a buddy, and you talk to that person within 24 hours of the golf. So you played golf, and within 24 hours of the golf game, you talk about your business with that person, you can write that off. I'm not a tax person, don't quote me, talk to your tax person, but, you know, so those kinds of leisure activities, as long as you're using it to work your business, that may be deductible as well. What other things are deductible? Home office. If you have a dedicated office space in your house, so say it's your kitchen table and you use nothing, you don't use your kitchen table but for anything but Scentsy, or you have a home office, you calculate your square footage and then you can use that percentage of your home as a home office. So all of your utilities and things like that can be written off.
I think we should be able to write off all of waste control for the amount of trash that we get.
Point. We could try that.
It's true.
What other deductions? Can you guys think of anything?
What about your clothes, like your Scentsy clothes? I know
So-
that was brought up one other point.
Right, so I've heard different things. I've heard the cost of that item, as long as it is advertising your business, that you could write that off, the cost of it, but you couldn't like charge your time while you're wearing it or something like that. Like your car vinyl, you can write off the cost of the car vinyl, but you can't write off driving your car all the time. Like anywhere you go is business because you have a car vinyl on, that's not necessarily. You have to be doing business like deliveries and stuff like that. But I've also heard that it doesn't count for your own personal stuff. It has to be like if you gave it to a team member as an incentive or as a, you know, something like that, then you can write it off.
Okay.
Talk to your tax person. I think that it's probably okay.
Yeah, I think most of the clothes you can get away with.
I put it in my business expenses. to be
Yeah,
honest.
personal apparel now, you can use it as personal apparel, but it's basically since you're advertising your business with it.
Right.
Now, you couldn't go and write off the clothes that you buy for personal, just because, say you were going on a Scentsy trip and you bought personal clothes, okay? And you tried to write off your personal clothes at the end of the year, your tax accountant's probably gonna tell you no, because you use these clothes for
personal stuff too.
other interests, you know, besides just this trip, okay? So, but since those clothes are branded, yes, you can probably write them off.
So who is marketing Bring Back My Bars? You guys using that as a reason to call your customers? It's a really good reason to just say, hey, haven't talked to you in a while, didn't want you to miss out. You know, I know you ordered last month, but we have Bring Back My Bars, and oh my gosh, you gotta smell this one. You know, and if you guys haven't smelled them, I have them. If anybody needs a set, I will break these up and we can split them up still. I know there's one other girl that wanted some, so.
And they're way better than last year.
Oh, they have a lot of
Last
good
time.
ones.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should have worn some eucalyptus tonight. Just kidding. So, international expansion, I thought about this a lot while I was in Mexico. There are amazing things happening in these new countries. They're kind of in that tornado phase where Scentsy is brand new. When did Australia launch?
September.
September. So since September, they have over 150 consultants in Australia. Wouldn't you want one of them that is going to continue recruiting and maybe, you know, get you a bunch of consultants in that area? So I would reach out to people. Who do you know that might know somebody in another country? And this is how you can put it. You know, hey, so-and-so, I know, you know, don't you have some family or friends in such and such place? And remember, we are in Mexico, Australia, the United Kingdom, Germany. We're opening up in Poland, and we're in Canada, Puerto Rico, Guam. Where am I missing? That's everywhere. So, tons of places. If you know people that you, even if you don't think they do, but hey, do you know anybody out of the country, like Australia or Mexico or United Kingdom? And if they do, then offer them to sign up. That person that you're talking to, your friend. When you want to, you know, I'm really trying to grow my business outside of the country, and Nancy's texting in Spain and France. Thanks, Nancy. So, if you know, hey, did you know somebody outside, you know, in another country? I'm really trying to grow my Scentsy business. You know, it's an amazing opportunity, and I just can't wait to share it with the world. Do you know anybody in Mexico? And if they do, then say, okay, well, this is kind of what I'm thinking. One option is you could sign up, and then you could sponsor your friend in Mexico, and then all the people that they sponsor, you're gonna kind of, you know, get a benefit from, so to speak. Or if, you know, that's not really your thing, you're not into Scentsy, you don't really want to do that, then I'd love to, you know, for you to give them my information, or if I could get their information, I would love to contact them. And kind of go about it that way. So,
the bad thing is that they haven't expanded to the islands that are right outside of Australia, because I've got 3 friends down there that want to sign up, but they're on the islands right next to Australia, and they're not part of it yet.
soon, I'm sure. Because Australia is booming.
Have you talked to customer,
Yes.
support about it?
Yes, they said they're looking into it, but it's not yet. And I even talked to the person who's heading it up down there, and she said they're not there yet, but hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully this
So
year.
that's another thing. Mary Christensen, you guys hopefully all have heard of her. She is an amazing trainer. Pardon me, I gotta grab something really quick. So she's been doing training in direct sales for years. She's written a bunch of really cool books. Her most recent one is out, called Be a Direct Selling Superstar. And now she works for Scentsy. She is heading the Australian expansion, and she said, while we were at leadership, that if you know somebody in Australia and you're having trouble connecting with them, or you know, whatever, that you can email her and she will call them on your behalf. And just, you know, because she has the same accent and it's, you know, it doesn't sound so maybe weird or whatever, that she would be happy to do that. So if you guys do have people, then that's an option as well. And I guess that will lead into my big announcement. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just kidding. So, I don't know if you guys have heard about or were a part of, some of you, the director program that they did last year to make director by Scentsy Family Reunion. Well, they're starting kind of a new program, which is going to be individual director run. So I essentially am going to be launching a leadership program for anyone that is interested, and the way that it works is it's going to start in March, and it's called essentially Director in 20 Weeks. So potentially if you participate in the program and, you know, follow the, you know, the trainings and do the action steps and that kind of stuff, then there's a very good chance that you will be director by Scentsy Family Reunion in July. So there are some qualifications, and I'm really excited about it because I can do it however I want. So, and you guys will be, you know, I mean, they're gonna kind of, it's nice because Scentsy is writing the groundwork for it, so I don't have to spend a lot of my off time trying to write things and figure out a program and all of that stuff, but essentially I'll be running it. So with, you know, sort of help from above. So if anybody wants to participate, there are a few requirements. You need to recruit one person between now and March 1st. And that is
maybe
something that is very doable, you know. Jessica got one. Jessica got one already. Well, it has to be a new recruit. And so one new recruit between now and March 1st. And you also have to qualify as star consultant, which is very doable, and have $1,000 in PRV either in January or February. That may sound like a stretch, But really, it's only, I would say, 4 to 8 parties,
Can
maybe.
help a little,
And that could be basket parties, so very, very doable.
not really.
So you have to have all of those, or
Right.
just one?
So you have to be star consultant.
Okay.
If you already are, that's fine. But you have to at least have qualified for star consultant. What is that?
One,
2,500 a month for
2,500
you and your team.
for your team.
And how many
Star,
active?
superstar is 6,000.
Okay, so 2 active frontline and
500 personal monthly.
500 personal and 2,500 in your team. So, but if you personally have to do 1,000, because that's one other requirement, you personally have to do $1,000 either in February or January. So if you're doing that, then your team is only responsible for the other 1,500. So, you know, and I know that recruiting is a scary thing for some people, but what is it really? It's offering the same opportunity that was offered to you.